Something about the scientist's expression wasn't right. This wasn't the calm, confident researcher we'd seen explaining the wonders of the cosmos before. This time, his tone trembled. His eyes lingered too long on a single image glowing behind him. And when he finally spoke, the crowded room of scientists and journalists fell utterly silent. The presentation was supposed to be routine, an update on new data from lunar mapping satellites. But what unfolded was nothing short of a revelation. This wasn't a lecture. It was a confession. Because what they had found beneath the moon's surface would change everything we thought we knew. The new observations came from advanced deep penetration imaging satellites capable of scanning far below the lunar crust. Instead of finding solid rock, the data revealed something else: vast, hollow regions stretching for hundreds of kilometers. They weren't random. They were patterned, symmetrical, aligned, and evenly spaced. No natural geological process could explain them. They looked designed. When thermal scans showed rhythmic pulses of heat emerging from within those voids, focused and repeating like a heartbeat, the entire room understood. Something beneath the moon wasn't dead. It was active. No one could yet say whether it was a machine, a reactor, or something else entirely. But it was clear, the moon was more than just rock and dust. Then came the gravitational data, anomalies that, when mapped globally, formed a perfect grid stretching across the entire lunar surface. Every intersection matched the coordinates of internal cavities and metallic regions discovered in the scans. It wasn't coincidence. It was construction. If this grid was once functional, it might have controlled more than the moon's own balance, perhaps even Earth's tides, rotation, or orbital stability. The moon might not simply orbit Earth. It might govern it. As the scientist continued, he turned from data to history. Ancient civilizations, from Mesopotamia to Mesoamerica, described the moon not as eternal, but as an arrival. Old myths spoke of a time before the moon appeared, and of beings who came from it. For centuries these stories were dismissed as legend. But now, in the light of new evidence, they sounded more like fragmented memory. Even the perfect alignment of the moon and sun, creating total eclipses seen only on Earth, seemed too precise to be natural. It was as if the system had been designed to create those moments on purpose, perhaps as a signal or an observation mechanism. The findings grew stranger. Subsurface scans revealed reflective materials embedded deep beneath the crust, metallic compounds unknown to modern science. They appeared arranged in geometric formations, able to deflect radar and absorb radiation in ways that suggested advanced engineering. In simulations, these materials behaved like shielding, built to last eons. Was the moon once a vessel? A construct? A shell protecting something ancient within? Moonquakes, long recorded since the Apollo missions, began to make new sense. Their echoes were too clear, too resonant. When early missions struck the surface with discarded modules, the moon reverberated like a bell for nearly an hour. Solid rock doesn't do that. Only something hollow, or carefully reinforced, could. And then, there were the signals. For years, radio astronomers have detected faint, rhythmic bursts coming from the moon's dark side. They don't match solar radiation or known geological activity. Some even appear to follow predictable timing, as if responding to orbital alignments. When analyzed through modern algorithms, a few of these emissions reveal repeating digital-like sequences, structured, deliberate, almost like code. Could it be a beacon? A monitoring system? Or something simply waiting for a trigger? The most unsettling question wasn't about what we found, but about what's been hidden. Some early mission data and recordings, including surface telemetry, were mysteriously lost or recorded over. A few surviving transcripts mention strange lights, unexplained vibrations, and sudden communication dropouts while orbiting the far side of the Moon. Some former engineers have quietly claimed that certain findings were classified and removed from public records. Maybe the silence itself is the biggest clue. When the presentation ended, no one spoke. No one clapped. Every person in that room, scientists, journalists, historians, simply sat there, staring at the final image on the screen. A map of the Moon's subsurface glowing with patterns too precise to be random. The air felt heavier than gravity itself. This wasn't the quiet of disbelief. It was the quiet of realization. The object we've looked at for all of human history, the Moon, our faithful companion, the soft lantern of our nights, might not be what we thought it was. We built calendars around its phases, worshipped its light, wrote poems to its beauty. But what if, all along, we were admiring something artificial? What if we were gazing up not at a satellite of stone, but at a construct, something placed with purpose? Its orbit is too perfect. Its distance too exact, just far enough to appear the same size as the Sun during eclipses. Its synchronization with Earth too flawless, rotating in perfect harmony so that one face forever hides from view. Its echoes, recorded by seismic sensors, too hollow, too resonant. Its presence, too deliberate. For decades, scientists have explained these coincidences through physics and probability. But even probability has limits. And beyond those limits lies intent. The Moon might not have formed beside Earth in the chaos of the early solar system. It might have arrived, guided, placed, positioned with extraordinary precision long before humans ever walked beneath its glow. But if that's true, then the question isn't just how. It's why. Why here? Why this world? Why us? Some believe the Moon's placement made life on Earth possible. Without it, our planet would wobble unpredictably, our climate would swing violently, and the evolution of complex life might never have occurred. Could that stability, the calm rhythm of tides and seasons, be coincidence? Or was it orchestrated? Imagine, for a moment, that the Moon isn't just a bystander in our cosmic story, but an architect. A stabilizer. A silent regulator of Earth's balance. What if it was placed not simply to orbit us, but to guide us, to watch our rise from the dust? Throughout human history, the Moon has always been there, observing. Ancient civilizations built monuments aligned with its phases. They told stories of gods and visitors descending from its light. Even in the oldest myths, the Moon is never just a rock in the sky. It's a presence, alive, aware, eternal. And now, with every scan, every echo, every unexplained anomaly, that old intuition begins to whisper again. Maybe the poets and dreamers were right all along. Maybe the Moon is watching. Modern data only deepens the mystery. Why do low-frequency radio bursts appear from the dark side at precise intervals? Why do certain regions reflect signals like metal, when no such material should exist there? Why do moonquakes echo like movements, as if something deep inside is responding to us? It's as though the Moon is not simply there to illuminate the night, but to observe the day, to track every era of human progress quietly, patiently, from above. And maybe, just maybe, to wait for the right moment to reveal its purpose. If the Moon was constructed, or even altered, by forces unknown, what does that mean for our understanding of creation itself? Are we living beneath an artifact of a forgotten civilization? Or is it a message, a signal left behind for a species yet to awaken? We've sent probes, landers, and astronauts, but every answer only opens another question. And the more we learn, the stranger it becomes. The Moon's perfect orbit defies long-term drift. Its mass distribution doesn't match natural formation models. Its core is lighter than expected, almost as if something vast and hollow lies within. Could it be a shell, a construct that has been here far longer than we've existed? And if so, is it dormant, or still functioning? Perhaps that's why so much about it remains classified, missing, or simply unspoken. Perhaps those who have looked too closely have found things humanity isn't ready to face. Because if the moon isn't what we think it is, then everything changes. Our history. Our place in the cosmos. Even the definition of what it means to be human. Maybe it was placed here to protect us. Maybe to monitor. Or maybe, just maybe, to contain something. We look up at it every night, comforted by its glow, unaware of the secrets hidden beneath that silent surface. But somewhere in that stillness, a question remains unanswered, and unanswered questions have a way of echoing back. The moon has watched us for thousands of years, through our wars, our dreams, our beginnings. It has seen civilizations rise and fall. It has seen us build rockets and reach for its soil. And perhaps, for the first time, it is watching us back. Because maybe the moon isn't reflecting sunlight. Maybe it's reflecting curiosity. Maybe it's testing to see whether we're finally ready to understand what it truly is. The next time you look up and see that silver circle hanging in the night sky, remember, it's more than just light. It's history. It's mystery. It's something that might be far older than Earth itself. And perhaps, one day, when we finally dig deep enough, we won't just find rock. We'll find purpose. Until then, one truth remains. The moon may not be part of Earth's story. It might be the author of it.